Hello, my name is Dr. Santos Fernandez Noguerol, and I'm the Program Chair for the MSc in Geographic Information Science at TU Dublin. The program is delivered in two modalities: as a full-time with the code TU268 and as a part-time with the code TU220, okay? Although this will change in the future to TU268P. The course is lasting for a year under the full modality course, and over 2 years for the part-time modality. The lectures are delivered in person in the City Campus, Bolton Street, Dublin. And the program is accredited by the Society of Chartered Surveyors in Ireland and the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors in the UK, which in theory should enable you to work in almost any corner of the world. This program is a conversion level 9 program since 2013 and is delivered as a part-time and full-time. If you take the full-time modality, it's delivered over 2 semesters with 12 modules overall, plus a dissertation. And if you want to take the course as the part-time modality, then you need to attend to class for 4 semesters, therefore 2 years, the same number of modules, and the dissertation. The modules are delivered jointly between full-time and part-time students, and some modules can be taken as a CPD if the students want to do that. Students can exit the program after 12 months with the postgraduate diploma, which means that they won't be submitting a final dissertation. The staff members come from different schools in TU Dublin, and we have one module shared with the School of Computer Science in Grants Gorman. Okay? That module is Web and User Interface Design. There is a lack of graduates in GIS, which is highlighted by the main stakeholders in the industry, both public and private sector. And that's why this module or this program has an employability rate of 100%. Most of our students will find a job even before graduating, and all of them after graduation. If you take the course as a full-time student, you will need to attend 2 days per week, 2 evenings per week. And the first semester is an introduction to the main topics under the branch of knowledge of Geographic Information Science. So you will learn everything about geographic information systems, spatial databases. You will have an introduction to programming with no previous experience required. Okay, so it's really for beginners in that sense. We'll introduce you to the Python programming language. We have the web and user interface design, spatial data acquisition, and the geographic information project management. Built upon the foundations of the geographic information science, you will incorporate more advanced concepts with Geographic Information Systems 2, which is Advanced GIS, where you will learn things like network analysis and remote sensing. And then you will follow on with the creation of models with the Geographic Information Modeling module. You will have a deep dive in programming for GIS, learning how to create industry-level applications using open source libraries and Python as well, and web mapping together with advanced spatial data management. At the end of the second semester, you will have the work placement module that will allow you to work for a couple of weeks, although there is a possibility for the whole summer, in some of the most important companies in the country, from telecommunications to different branches of engineering and consultancy, as well as public agencies and non-governmental organizations. At the same time, or at the end of the second semester, you will start to work on the research project and dissertation that ideally should be submitted after the summer or no later than the end of October. And if you take the course as a part-time student, you will come to class once a day, once a week, 1 evening per week. Okay, so it's the same structure of modules. As I said, these modules are have together students from the part-time modality and the full-time modality, right? The difference here is that the first semester from the full-time would be delivered across a year. So per semester, rather than having 6 modules, you will have 3. Overall, you will have 6 over the year. And on the second year, you will do exactly the same, right? Plus the dissertation project and research. The timetable can be checked on this one here. As I was saying, is mostly 2 evenings, right? Is Wednesdays and Thursdays, although there are a few hours on Friday mornings. And this would be the timetable that, although is subject to minor changes, it's usually more or less the same. All of our classes are in person, although kind of, you know, as an exception, they could be online, maybe because of weather conditions or kind of unexpected events that are outside of our control. The course is delivered mostly face-to-face, unless there are changes specified, as I said before. And all of the classes take place in the city campus, in the lab rooms we have in Bolton Street, Dublin. As well, we have a learning platform called Brightspace, and that allows us as well some of these lectures to deliver them online, although, as I said, it's an exception. All the material provided by the lecturers is shared with the students through Brightspace. Students are supposed to self-enroll in each of the modules to get access to these notes, and there is a link on the slide for those resources. The coursework is distributed in a way that the students don't struggle with having a lot of deadlines on the same week. And that's something that the external examiners of this program has praised over the years. Okay, no more than 2 deliveries per week. Okay, so as you can see, there is a good number of deliveries in both semesters. However, there's no more than 2 per week. Okay, there's no exams in the module. It's all based on continuous assessment. And a few notes on the work placement. Students are required to complete 10 days with a company. That usually translates in 2 weeks. The time frame of this work placement module is usually during May, but it depends on where Easter is falling each year, so it could be at the end of April, but throughout May we could say, although some students can take, if they wish so, a time that is longer over the summer months, although the deadline for completion of this master is always mid-August. Okay, so that's something can be agreed between the student and the lecturers. The assessment of this module is that the students need to submit a report of their learnings over the period that they have been doing this work placement, and the works that they have carried out over those days or months, depending on which approach you would like to take. And that's a good thing, actually, to give you enough experience to work actually in the company that you have done the work placement module, or eventually to give you the experience to move on to a different company. That's something that the companies in Ireland value a lot. And you can see a good number of our partners and our industry workshop participants like Virgin Media, Corec, Esri Ireland, and others like KPMG. One of the biggest modules we have in this program is the dissertation module, which accounts for 30 credits. So therefore it's very important with the overall weight of the module, and you can see more or less the distribution of deadlines for that semester for this dissertation module on this slide. Mostly is a number of weekly hours of contact with the module coordinator that will explain you how to carry out scientific research, and then you need to come up with a proposal that will probably get feedback and will need to be reviewed or revised by you before the final submission. And then over the summer months is when you are usually working on the work itself, on your piece of research. In terms of software, we have licenses for the main software in the industry, like our GIS Pro, the main GIS software. And we have a license for all the students with kind of the highest level of capabilities and extensions. At the same time, we like to encourage the usage of open source. So we have databases like PostgreSQL and PostGIS. Some other software that is not free, but it can be retrieved or the students can use for free, like FME and PyCharm for Python development. We use the cloud as well, although this is not covered by the school, but we try to keep the cost to the student as low as possible. And we might use as well more specialized software depending on the dissertation module and as well your interests and the topics of your research. So if you are considering applying for the MSc in Geographic Information Science, please do not hesitate to visit our website, have a look at the testimonials on the link provided below, and if you want to get more information, get in touch with us at surveying@tudublin.ie.